Hello everyone and welcome back to our Eriadu Authority playthrough in Thrawn's Revenge Imperial Civil War 2.2, the pre-alpha version. In the first episode we managed to take Eriadu and got ourselves some new heroes, and we also took Belsavis and Zullist. So in this episode we're going to start expanding a bit more. They did kill our forces over Glomp though, so we're going to get rid of those. We're going to cover that a bit better. And on the ground we're going to build up some extra garrisons there. So actually the first thing we are going to do is get some more production in some places. So Utapau, basically any Clone Wars places, we're just going to get vehicles. Also this is fine, Clactor, get some credits there. Alright, so that should be good for now, and we're going to send our fleet over to Mustafar, and then we're going to take Saijo. So it actually did come up in the comments of the last episode that about the models potentially being too high poly, and I thought I mentioned this in the episode, but we are going to be optimizing the models. Right now they're using the same tactical models as we use, and we're going to be putting them in like a much lower poly format. So don't worry about that. It's just something that I was testing, so it'll be fine. I haven't had any issues with lag caused directly by that. Because the galactic map isn't particularly demanding, I guess. The lag in this map is typically more caused by the number of factions and units moving around. It's CPU lag as opposed to GPU lag, because it is 90 planets and like 10 factions at once. So especially early game when they're all trying to fight like every 3 seconds, it's a lot more likely to lag. But either way, they will be reduced in poly count. And we will fight some rebels. Hopefully this map doesn't have the space lizard. Because like I said, there will be a lot of there will probably be a lot of those. Because the main ones that I went through were the ones related to Zinj, and I went through about 25 other ones, but there are I think 200 space maps in the mod, so going to take a bit of time because I don't want to just have my brain explode. This was a pretty big fleet. I think they have some Golans here.
We've located the enemy.
Oh no, it's not even a big fleet, it's just... Well, it's a big fleet, it's just not a good fleet.
Choose your reinforcements.
Order confirmed.
Get these guys in.
Heading to destination. We're on the move.
Set up our kill zone. Let's send in Interdictor up there to deal with the station, and then we can just stop them if they try to retreat. Vardis lost his shields. There are a lot of bombers around here. Can we get you over here? And where's our fighter heroes? We should have Rashon somewhere. She's probably still coming out. Doesn't look like we'll need her anyways. There she is. We can just send her around the map. Oh, another Dauntless trying to escape into the nebula just like last time. Oh, they have some... Actually have some ground transports here too. We'll just send Cabellian Cross in there. And Hublin. Our TIE Defender standing by. There we go. We'll send him after the transport. Really hate this model. It needs to be redone. CR90. Poor little guy. And something that does come up in a lot of comments on the videos are questions about things from like Rebels or Rogue One or The Force Awakens, and I'm sure it'll happen with Last Jedi as well, but or even Aftermath. But we don't that's all part of the Disney canon. It's not part of the Legends expanded universe, I guess you'd call it now. And it's not that we necessarily have a problem with that. Like, I know there are a lot of people who are bigger fans of one versus the other, but it's just not the same universe. So the timeline's different. A lot of the stuff being used is different. In the same way that if we did a Legends mod, we wouldn't be putting in things like the Praetor until or unless they're actually made into canon. I don't think there was anything else that we needed to kill, so yeah, we won't stop them. But yeah, so we wouldn't be putting in stuff from the Legends canon, the Legends timeline, that wasn't already made canon again in that universe. So it's not
Construction complete.
it's not that we have anything against the Hammerhead or anything like that. It's just that there's so much stuff in the Legends universe we don't need them, and they're also not ever part of that universe. So like the Profundity, I think that's the name of the MC-75 in Rogue One. The what's the other thing? The U-Wing, the Finalizer, I think it's called, a Resurgent class Star Destroyer. But so yeah, that's all stuff that doesn't really fit in the mod. And again, it's not that we have a problem with it, it isn't part of the timeline. Okay. I'm tired. There we go. Joe.
Reporting.
Choose your reinforcements.
Yes, sir. This way.
There's also a question before about the maps being used in the mod, and while it's true they are repeated on some planets, I think that the bigger problem is usually just if they're repeated too close together, because there's very few maps that are used on more than 2 or 3 planets. On average, most maps are used on 2. I think we have like 125 maps spread between 250 planets. Or 90 maps spread between 230 planets, because not all planets are ground. And some of the maps aren't used because they're older and worse. But there are also some of the highest labor-intensive, or the most labor-intensive things in an Empire War mod, so doing a separate map for all of them would be just completely unfeasible. We don't even have a full-time mapper. We don't have, like, I can sort of map, but that would mean that I'm not spending any time doing coding or scripting or modeling or anything like that. So really, it doesn't add as much to the mod, because in order to get to a point where the usual ratio of maps to planets is different, we would have to have like twice as many maps. And for most players, you're not going to be playing every GC, and therefore you're not going to see every map. So there's a lot more that we can get out of just trying to do more with the maps we have, and spending those resources working on like the new abilities, the even newer units or factions. That tends to be a lot more reward for the work being put in.
Ready for recon. Watching for the enemy.
Actually, I think the
As you wish, General.
power gen's in there, assuming they have anything that needs to be
On it, sir.
power gen.
E2B, copy. I copy. Armor standing by. Scores spotted. Armor ready.
Roger that.
Ready to move. Ready to roll. I've got him in my sight.
There we go.
Awaiting destination. On the way.
Okay.
Form up.
If you can just stop there, rather than blowing up, that would be great.
Roger that.
Choose your reinforcements.
Moving out. Advancing.
Really need more unit or more vehicles.
Scout trooper active.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, so now we don't have to worry about the turbolasers.
Form up. Adjusting navicomputer.
Affirmative, sir. Right away.
We'll get these guys out over here.
Scout trooper reporting.
These guys out over here.
Roger that.
And some other people have been asking if we'd ever cover the new cannon stuff. Like, we have no intention to make another post-Endor mod. Like, there's nothing really...
Moving out.
There's not much introduced for the sides that would exist, and a lot of the things that are more interesting about the post-Endor period and Legends just don't exist in that canon yet. Like, the number of different sides.
Right away.
There's basically no... There's like 3 or 4 new units that we could do.
Right away, sir.
If we were to do a Galactic Civil War mod, we would probably do the new canon version, just because there's some more interesting stuff than it just being a copy of ICW in a slightly different timeline. Unless it were to be something that like ties into ICW, in which case we'd have to do the old timeline, so it would make sense. But
Commencing attack.
we really don't want to do an ICW or a Galactic Civil War mod,
Reporting.
because we're going to be working the stuff we have planned for ICW to do it all would take, or that we want to do rather than have planned. That would take years as it is, and Empire at War
Yes, sir.
is only going to be a live game so long.
Support order acknowledged.
Like, we've already been doing, it's already taken 10 years to get ICW where it is. So
Fallout troops.
if we were to even cover another era, I don't know if
Walker.
you'd want to do one that's just so similar.
Targeting at maximum fire. Avoiding fire.
Come on, there we go.
Cannons charged. Yes.
No, you can just take your time there.
Awaiting orders. Hostile.
So go take the building.
Affirmative. Attack.
Oh, there's the T-Force.
Orders, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting. Fire.
Bombing run available.
Reporting.
Initiate bombing run. Yes, Commander.
Come on, hit the... Yeah, just drive forward. That's great.
Open fire.
Awaiting orders.
Copy.
Yeah, you guys can come in now.
Moving out.
Moving to that
Ready.
area, sir.
Attack that target. Attacking target.
It sort of ties into the discussion from, was that last episode or was that the end of the Pentastar alignment?
Will.
Where I was talking about choosing between certain things to be able to do them, because we don't have unlimited resources and we can't do everything at once, which ultimately means that the mod would probably end before we get to everything.
Target acquired.
And the same thing goes with like starting multiple mods. Because I think
Armor transport ready.
there's probably an idea that the team is bigger than it actually is.
Reporting in. Roger that.
Come on.
Form up. Awaiting your orders. Keep going.
Heading out.
No.
This way.
Fallout troops.
There we go.
Weapons armed. Walker moving to attack.
We'll cover you.
Targeting at maximum firepower.
Do they have a factory for that?
Charge.
Or are they just... Did they just build some?
Attack.
I don't think they have a factory, else we would have found it by now.
Ready. Squad, advance.
You can all come up.
Choose your reinforcements.
On the way.
We don't really need that. Just
Yes,
wanted to
sir.
use our slots.
Ready. Advance.
Target confirmed. Move out.
I copy.
Okay.
there.
Let's move out.
Acknowledged.
That a, oh, that is a sensor array. Even better.
I read you, sir.
We've
Over.
captured an abandoned sensor array.
Reporting. Proceeding to target. Fire.
We do need to fix the rebel soldier or the New Republic soldiers not showing up on the map. That'll make things a lot easier like this. But I don't think there's too much left for them on here.
Right away.
Oh,
Attacking.
back in here.
Fire at will. Attacking. Watching for aircraft. Moving out.
Right,
Watching
keep-
for aircraft. Fire support
Bombing run available.
Fallout troops. Let's move out.
I think there's still just some infantry hiding around somewhere.
Go.
But it shouldn't matter if we auto-resolve then.
Unit destroyed.
Or it will matter if we auto-resolve then. It's unfortunate.
System control achieved. Building under construction.
Oh well. Needed to build new ones anyways.
Enlisting soldiers. Training troops.
Enlisting soldiers.
Actually, we haven't done the work on the commandos yet, so probably not worth building them.
Vehicle.
Grab some
in
strike
production.
cruisers.
Constructing
Reporting.
unit.
And another torpedo sphere. So I guess we'll go for Bespin now? Yeah. Then we can go to Endor and it'll be all locked in.
Construction complete. Tactical battle imminent.
Alright. But yeah, so as far as like mods set in the new continuity, I really think that until it's fleshed out a bit more, as far as the factions and the units, there's just really not enough there to justify swapping over from like Imperial Civil War how it is now, which has so many factions, so many different possible units. Because like all the different factions have sort of been what I like most about this era. So to sacrifice that for the like two, you'd basically get the First Order and the Resistance, and I guess the New Republic, but they weren't fighting. And there's like a few other groups, but it's all just the same. It'd have the same standard unit list without even the small amounts of variation we're able to do with the Warlords in this universe. And if we tried to design a bunch of new Imperial stuff, then that universe is still at the point where within months it would probably be superseded by new information. So it's really just,
Fallout.
I don't think it's ready for
Heading out, sir.
a really big project.
Positioning.
And again, how long do we really want to work on Empire at War?
Form up. Awaiting orders.
Or rather, how long is it going to be feasible to work on Empire at War? And from my perspective, like I'd also rather get like develop, if we're gonna develop something else, I'd rather do like the Unknown Regions, the Empire of the Hand stuff, and tie them into the mod more. Give them stuff to fight, stuff to expand against. Like there's New Esfa, there's just Ascendancy, Killix out there. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that we could explore there that's probably already more fleshed out than the, or Ruby, probably already more fleshed out than the new canon is.
To the torpedo launcher. Roger that. We're moving out. Sir.
Alright, so not a huge raid fleet.
Ready for battle.
Let's get all our ties over there.
Orders, sir. Course set.
Ready to receive orders. Form up. Full speed. Destroyer here. Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Okay, Shay, if you want to go help him.
Setting up my run.
We're being targeted.
Bombs away.
Squad, move in.
Bombs
My
deployed.
scopes are jammed.
Copy.
Okay.
Where are the others?
Attack commenced. Take out
Head over to the ISD,
I copy.
and Thunderflare can come take out those
Target.
frigates. Rebellion Cross, go for the VSDs.
Reporting.
Rashon, do whatever you want.
Reporting. We shall be there shortly.
Ready for command, sir.
Star Destroyer standing by. Our shields are down.
Warm up.
Our launch bay is gone.
You guys can retreat, that's fine. You're not real.
Yes.
Come on. Don't die. Yes, perfect.
Reporting.
Right.
On our way.
Battle imminent.
Elsevis. Oh, did they leave before we got there? Should have just thought it was all this. Nothing we can do about it. Yeah, they probably just left Bespin, and that's why they didn't have as many ships there. One of the snow maps. Yeah, until we get the station switched over, which I probably will do right after this episode,
The enemy
we won't have any fighters, so
We've been defeated.
away we go. The bombers would have been able to deal with our station more than... or easily enough.
received.
So what we're gonna do... split this up. And actually, we'll put in a Pathfinder.
Confirmed.
We do need a lot more ground vehicles, though. Pow.
Tactical battle imminent. Building under construction.
We just need more vehicles before we can invade again.
Yes, sir. We're on the move.
Oh no. This isn't what I wanted.
Enemy unit sighted.
Okay, we need to deal with this very fast then.
Choose your reinforcements.
Right away. Cross. Bluffing.
Right away.
Reinforcements cancelled.
Roger. Let's go. We'll be there soon. Where'd he go? Moving out. Attacking. Falling in.
Come on.
Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Awaiting orders. Yes.
I need you to retreat.
Heading out, sir.
Cruiser online. Move to attack.
No. It's not gonna be fast enough.
Navigating. The lasers are our target. Our target priority is the laser cannon. Get behind them. The lasers are
Okay,
our
there's
target.
one.
What are your orders? Our target priority is the laser cannon.
No, they're coming in. There's nothing, we can't avoid it.
The lasers are our target.
It'll be close.
Our target priority is the
No,
laser
it's not happening for us. This is, yeah, I think this is Zinj. This is Nebulon's mixed with Star Destroyers.
cannon. Move to attack.
Alright. What we'll do... yeah. TIE Raptors kind of gives it away.
Comlink active. Hit the ion cannon banks.
Ready? Yes, sir. Confirm.
Ready. Positioning. Fire. Your orders.
We've got to try holding out until we can retreat, or killing them. But if we can get other fighters down, that could work. The bigger problem is just going to be these raptors.
Your order, sir. Enemy forces sighted.
Ooh. Can we get these Vindicators? Okay, the New Republic's leaving anyways. We might actually have been able to win this, even without the NR leaving. That works out fine, so I'm not going to complain.
Heading out.
Mustafar, let's get a heavy vehicle factory. Did I change something on the light vehicle factory between the episodes?
Reporting.
Or before starting?
Reporting.
I'm kind of worried about that half of the galaxy. They decide to invade us.
Reporting.
Let's get some Carracks
Constructing
and
unit.
Gladiators. Mustafar. Oh, and because I forgot to say it at the start of the episode, do keep in mind that this is all very much work in progress. So a lot of the units are still being added. A lot of the units are still being changed, like the torpedo sphere is being completely remodeled. A lot of stuff is being remodeled. But it is just essentially to give an idea of the way that development is going and sort of where we are with everything.
Star Destroyer
Receiving
reporting in.
location.
Enemy fleet approaching.
Oh, Glomtho.
Tactical battle imminent.
No, go away, rebels. Come on. Don't kill me, rebels. I just want to kill you on the other side, and then we can kill each other over here. We'll probably move most of that fleet up here, actually. We don't really need that huge stack for the planets we're going to be taking. And we're probably going to get attacked on this side a lot more. I don't care too much about giving up Glomp, though.
Right away.
But I'd rather not do it if I can avoid it. Which we're going to have to here.
Look, sir. It's
I was hoping for a raid fleet. But there's no raid fleet. Just going to move these guys up. Send RAF 6, so we're not going to get attacked there. And we're going to take all the VSDs, 2 ISDs, and send them to Saijo. But I think that's actually going to do it for today's episode. In the next episode, we'll finish off the rebels on this half of the galaxy and take on Prentiok. So, let's take a look at... Oh. Oops. Saving. There you go. Yeah, we're going to go take on Endor, Bespin, and Morja, and then we'll unite our forces. We'll have Predic in the fleet, and we can start expanding off this way and up this way. So thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll be back on Tuesday with the next episode. And we'll get invaded here. So we'll see how that goes. Bye, everyone.